with you. Thanks for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. Hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Give us a like, a share, a comment. All those things really help us out a lot. Let's talk some beautiful pork chops that we're going to grill up today. And we're going to use a new item from Grill Grate. They've got a grill grate now designed to go in your pan, in your skillet. So what I want to do today is I want to try cooking 3 pork chops in 3 different pans with and without grill grates. I think it'll be a good experiment, and we're going to see which ones look better and taste better. And I'll tell you my prediction. The grill grates are going to really put some great grill marks on them, which is impressive when you're serving to your friends, family, guests. It also is a way to get dripology working. That's a grill grate term. So dripology is when, just like on a charcoal grill or a gas grill, when the fats drip out of the meat and they hit the hot surface, then they vaporize and they come back up into the meat, giving it extra flavor, as opposed to just searing it in a cast iron skillet or any kind of skillet. On days when it's just too hot to cook outside, or too cold to cook outside, or it's blowing a hurricane outside, or it's just really raining, I don't want to go outside and cook in that, and this will give me an opportunity to get that great grill grate flavor on my food in the house. It's going to be fun. It's going to be delicious. Let's get cooking. We're going to start out with a little bit of pepper on these guys, then a little bit of fine sea salt. Get that sprinkled on there. Yeah. Now for a little garlic. A little bit of garlic going down. Now let's do the other side. That's over. Is that some good looking pork chops? Man, I can't wait to eat this. This is going to be good. Start out with the garlic this time. A little more black pepper. And then a little more salt. Let's check our burner. It's up to 595, 600 degrees. So let's start out with just the Lodge cast iron skillet with the raised ribs on the bottom of it. So we'll put that right there, and we'll also put our press in there too. Yeah, that's over 500 degrees. All right, let's cook a pork chop. Here we go. Oh, I love that sound. Put the lid on it. Okay, that's been about 1.5 to 2 minutes. Let's give it a turn to get the grill marks on both sides. Okay, it's been a couple minutes. Let's check and see how our grill marks are looking. Oh yeah, look at that. Man, that's looking pretty darn good. Put the lid back on it. Let's check our internal temp. We're looking for about 140. Got our handy grill grate thermometer here they gave us a few years ago. Yeah, 115, 120, got a minute to go. But let's give it another turn and we'll let it finish that way. All right, let's check the temp. 130, that guy is done. Let's put that on a plate. Well, we'll check the other side of the grill mark. Yeah, came out good, all except for that back part, but yeah, that looks pretty darn good. We'll put that on a plate over here to rest. Now let's do our cast iron skillet with the grill grate. So we're going to put that on there. This cast iron skillet has special meaning for me. It was handed down to me from my mother and to her from her mother, and it was used in the woods of northern Ontario at a hunting and fishing camp. So can you just imagine all the good food that was cooked in this old cast iron skillet? It was made in the 30s, and I believe it's a Griswold, like a private label from a Griswold, but it's just been a really good workhorse, and I use it a lot. I plan to pass it down to my kids and my grandkids when I'm done with it. Over 500, okay? So let's drop our grill grate in there. You might remember those other videos I did where I put the grill grates on the Blackstone griddle. That worked out really good. Well, the instructions were to let your griddle get all the way hot and then put your grill grate on it and let that come up to temperature. Now, the first time you use grill grates, you do want to season them, and you do that with an onion. Watch this. You just take an onion, like so, and you just start rubbing the onion on the hot surface of the ribs and make them very non-stick. The more you use this, the more non-stick they are. That's all it takes for that. Okay, we got our grill grate up to about 400 degrees. Time to cook the next pork chop. Let's do this guy. There. Yeah. All right, it's been about 3 minutes. Let's take a look. Oh, did you hear that? See, that's dripology. That's where the fat dripped off the pork chop and onto the bottom between the ribs and then smoked and came back up. Yeah, I hear it's working. You hear that? Oh, that's awesome. Cool. Yeah, it's working good. Let's give it a quarter turn. Let's try our grill grate tool. I don't know if we need them for this. Yeah, I think we're going to be better off with just a couple of spatulas. And we'll give that a turn, about like so. Put our press back on it. Now I do have this turned up as high as it'll go, so that burner's probably at about 600 or 700 degrees. I mean, it's really hot. All right, let's take a look and see if it's time to flip it over. See how our grill marks are. Oh yeah. Oh, isn't that pretty? Oh boy. Yeah. Ooh, I like this thing already. Now I know some of you are going to say, Dave, just cook it in the flat pan. You'll get the Maillard reaction over a greater surface area of the pork chop. And I understand what you're saying. However, with this, again, I go back to that dripology thing. When you cook it in the pan, yes, you get the Maillard reaction on more of a surface area, but you don't get the fat dripping down, vaporizing, and then coming back up into the meat and adding that extra flavor. So with the grill grates, it's kind of the best of both worlds, because you didn't get the dripology on this one, you just got grill marks. With this one, you get the full surface. Yeah, you hear that? That's adding flavor. It's worth it to do it with this grill grate because the flavor is so much better. 130. We're going to give that a turn, and then a couple seconds, they'll be done. Let's look at the other side and see what those marks look like. Oh yeah, came out good on both sides. Oh, that's great. Okay, we'll stick that on that pan. How's that look? That looks great. Let's check our temp on here. 575, that's plenty hot enough. Let's get this guy on here. Yeah. Put that on now. I got that pretty hot, it's smoking. So let's just see what it looks like right now. Oh yeah, yeah, that looks pretty good. For not having any oil put down. This one was a little thinner than the other two, and it might cook faster because of that full surface contact. I don't want to dry it out. Let's check the temp again. 133, 134, 135, definitely done. All right, let's put that on this other plate and let that rest for a minute. All right, guys, you tell me which one looks the best. To me, this one looks real good. This one looks even better. And this one just looks like a burnt slab of meat. There's nothing visually pleasing about this one. Well, let's check them out. So we're going to try out let's try out this one first. Get in there, like that. Okay, a little dry inside. It's not overdone. You can tell that it's not overdone, but it is just, it's moist, certainly, but a little dry. Let's give it a taste test. Oh man, nothing wrong with that. That's very good. Wow. All right, let's try this one. See how we did on that. Yeah, still juicy. You can definitely see the juices. It's not overdone at all. Very good looking pork chop here. Try a taste. This actually is more tender than this one. This is actually a little more moist than this one, but it's been off the burner a little less time than this one too. So yeah, let's try it. Well, that was good. And that was good. Let's try this guy. Again, I love, just me, I like the wider pattern. The grill marks are wider and the distance between them is a little wider. Very, very juicy piece of pork chop here. Yeah, oh, look at that. Perfect. Oh, just outstanding. Not overcooked and very juicy. So we'll give it a taste. Well, that's really, really good. It's a little juicier than either of the other two. I just like the way it cooks, and I like visually the way it gives you a presentation. Don't get me wrong, this looks good too. But this looks like you cooked it on some expanded steel out over the fire in the ground. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but that just looks like you cooked it on expanded steel. This looks like it was cooked in a professional kitchen. Well, it's delicious, it works great, it looks great. Grill grates for your skillet. I hope you'll pick up a set. If you want to, there's a link in the description. I believe you'll get a discount by putting in a code. Look in the description. So thanks for watching, and hey, stick around. Let's just see what's next with Dave.